Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another match preview. We're going to be looking at Barcelona's game tomorrow against Granada at home. But guys, before we get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. Make sure to check me out over there. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. Well, guys, let's get straight into it and let's look at Barcelona's uh, game against tomorrow against Granada. Guys, before we get started on the video, these are the times right around the world in which you guys are going to be able to watch the match. Barcelona's going to be playing at 9 p.m. local time, but obviously, depending on where you are, the time is going to differ. Um, and now, looking at the potential squad lineup for Barcelona, there's something that we have to keep in mind. We're going to be seeing both Raphinha and Ter Stegen back in the squad. This is fantastic news for Barcelona. But as I mentioned in the previous news roundup video, there is going to be no Vitor Roque. So we are going to be having, Raphinha and Ter Stegen back, but with the absence of Vitor Roque. Hopefully it isn't, too serious. But now looking at the rumored lineup that Barcelona is going to be lining up with, it's good to see that Ter Stegen is back in goal. In the back line, you're going to have Joao Cancelo playing as that left back. Balde is injured; he's out for the rest of the season. Hector Fort, still a little bit green, and I think he's better suited to play on the right than on the left. You have Pau Cubarsí playing in that left center back row. He did amazing in the game against Alaves. You have Araujo and Kunde back in the defense. And in the midfield, this is interesting. You have Christensen as, that pivot, Gundogan and Frankie partnering, and then Pedri as the advanced midfielder. And up top, you're going to have Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal. Now, guys, it's important to keep in mind that Real Madrid, they did drop points. No, it wasn't Madrid. It was Girona. They just dropped points against Real Madrid. Real Madrid won 4-0 at home against Girona. And this is a great opportunity for Barcelona to make ground on Girona. Girona, they have played one more game than us, and they're 6 points ahead. So if we win our match, we cut that point difference to 3, and Real Madrid, it's currently 11, and we cut that to 8. But guys, just looking at tomorrow's game, Barcelona is going to be wanting to approach this, in an intense and high motivational, I would say, environment, because and as you guys have been seeing in the last couple of games, Barcelona, they haven't started well in their last matches. Barcelona, they've been conceding goals really quickly. And just funny enough, Granada in the reverse fixture, it was actually, I think, Brian Mendoza, who had just recently went to Bayern. He scored against us, and, relatively in, I think it was like 30 seconds, something like that, in which he was able to score against us. And even against Alaves, we almost conceded, relatively early in the game. But looking at tomorrow's game, you want to see Barcelona, put a good performance, put a good foot forward. And we want to see Christensen back in this pivot role. We want to see Barcelona, develop a system and stick with that for the games to come. Pau Cubarsí, fantastic to see him back, in that lineup. Hopefully he starts tomorrow, because I've been impressed with that. I want to see more of Lamine Yamal as well. Two players who are absolutely fantastic. And looking at tomorrow's game, it is going to be grinded. It is going to be tough. But I hope Barcelona, as I said before, they start with intensity and they go out to win the match. Because if we do, we drop that point difference from 6-3, and we keep up with Madrid. But guys, looking at Xavi's quotes ahead of the match, in the press conference, these are his words. Granada changed their coach a few days ago. They have improved in aggressiveness. We manage a game with Granada in a low block. They are in need of points, but they will have improved. They have a need, and they play a lot. We will be in front of the fans, and we will need their support. Continuing on, Xavi on rethinking his departure. I think I made it very clear. Nothing has to change. I am focused on the day to day. The decision was correct. I think the club needed this change of dynamic and this change of course. Xavi and Or Romeo. I can say about Oreo that his involvement is exciting. He has been playing for many games with discomfort. Another footballer who would have looked after him and stopped. He has looked at the team, how he can help, and from here on, Tomorrow he will rest and be available for Celta de Vigo. Continuing on with Vitor Roque's sanction, I already told you that I'm not going to talk about referees anymore. I already said my opinion last week. Xavi on Ter Stegen, he is very important. He's a fundamental footballer, one of the captains and leaders of the squad. That said, I am very happy with Iñaki. I think he has done a very good job and has shown that he's Barcelona's goalkeeper. But well, I am very happy by Mark, and we are talking about a capital footballer for the squad. Now, I'm very happy to see Ter Stegen, back in the squad. He is going to be starting tomorrow. Iñaki Peña in recent weeks, he just hasn't filled me with confidence, and I think even himself has realized that hey, Barcelona may be a step too big for me. Xavi on some other player returns in regards to Raphinha. Raphinha will be available tomorrow. He has made a very good recovery. He is positive. We will see him training and being with the same dynamics that he had before the injury, and it will help us a lot. Sergi is just going, and maybe he won't be right here tomorrow, but he will be next week. And the possible departure of Sergio Roberto, I don't know. I already sent my recommendation to the club, which for me is that he renew. I don't agree with that. I think he's a very important team player, both in the locker room and on the field. For me, he's an important player whenever he has been available, and he has helped us a lot. My recommendation is this, but they are personal decisions that one has to feel and decide. Now, these are one of the quotes I disagree with Xavi. I don't think that Barcelona should be looking at renewing Sergio Roberto. I understand, the versatility and the utility that Sergio Roberto brings to the squad. He's a player who can play in multiple positions, and that's it's great for a manager. But the thing is, Sergio Roberto, he isn't the Sergio Roberto, of 3, 4, 5 years ago. He just isn't up to quality. You can just see how it just like with Busquets, just like with Jordi Alba, it is time to go. And I want to see Sergio Roberto leave Barcelona in the best possible way. We don't want to kick him out or anything like that. But we have to see until the summer. Xavi on the blue card. I think we have to try it. FIFA does well to try things. If it works well, it's one more tool for football. At the moment, they are hypothesis. Well, I mean, on the blue card, I don't know. Xavi on Real Madrid Girona. What suits us is to win tomorrow, and even more knowing that today one or both of them are going to drop points. What we cannot do is fail as we already did the day against Villarreal. If we had not failed, we would have been at a disadvantage, much less. Xavi on Christensen as a pivot. This is interesting. I want to hear about this. It is one of the options. I think it turned out well. He is fine. He is comfortable. He has the ability to play looking at 360 degrees. He chooses well. And yes, it is one of the options. Okay. Let's see if he's going to be playing tomorrow. Xavi on beating Granada. It is more motivation on a personal level and also for the footballers who have not won against Granada lately. It is a difficult opponent and it will be difficult for us tomorrow. It is a rival that has competed against all rivals since Medina's arrival. It is an extra motivation for us to show that we have made an improvement. And lastly, guys, Xavi on Kovarsi. Kovarsi will have the same role. I think he has been gaining ownership and the trust of his teammates and ours. Right now, he's an important player in ball delivery, in duels, but also in ego. The advantage now is that we have players to choose from. It is essential to have several options on the bench. Okay. Well, I mean, there are a couple more quotes in regards to Barcelona, but guys, I don't want to keep you here forever. And tomorrow's game, as I said before, it's going to be an intense match. Girona, they're going to be playing that low block. They're going to make the game, grindy, stop and go, so stuff like that. They're going to try to make lots of fouls, and Barcelona, they're going to have to know how to play against that. And we know how much Barcelona they struggle against low block teams. And hopefully tomorrow I come into this into the match reaction after the game with a positive attitude and with a smile, because knowing that we basically cut that point difference from Girona is going to be fantastic. And we managed to basically keep the pace with Real Madrid. But guys, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts in regards to Barcelona match against Granada tomorrow. How do you guys think that match is going to go? What do you guys think the result is going to be? I personally think it's going to be a Barcelona win. By how many goals, I don't know. Tomorrow, I definitely want to see Lamine Yamal start. I want to see Pau Cubarsí, and I want to see Christensen as that pivot. I want to see Barcelona, experiment. with this system and basically, have it there for the next couple of matches because, in a couple weeks, we are going to be playing against Napoli in the Champions League. But guys, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, guys, remember, like, subscribe, and comment. And see you guys all in the next video.